Hi, this is Pitamar Nachitan Pisharadi from PDM Advisors Private Limited. Today we are going to discuss the CPR and the various CPRs, that is the daily CPR, weekly CPR, monthly CPR and yearly CPR. So let us understand what is CPR. Actually, CPR is a pivot range. It consists of three components: the pivot, the bottom central pivot and the top central pivot. These are calculated using the high, low and close calculations. For calculating the pivot, we take high plus low plus close divided by 3, and for bottom CPR we calculate in the way that high plus low divided by 2, and top CPR is pivot minus bottom CPR plus pivot. The same things have been used in an Excel form to calculate all the pivots on a daily, weekly, monthly and yearly data. I have chosen only the Nifty 50 stocks and the index for calculating it. Here I have calculated all the CPR values: the central pivot, the lower band, the upper band, and the support, 2 supports and 2 resistance, and the difference between the CPR lines. So whenever the lines are very close, we say that it's a narrow CPR, and we can expect a very big movement in this kind of stocks. And when the CPR is wider, the stock is supposed to trade between this range. So we would like to focus on those stocks which have a lower narrow CPR for a daily, weekly, monthly and yearly data. So here I have taken all these datas. Here it is a daily data, here it is a weekly data, here it's a monthly data, and here it's a yearly data. But while taking the weekly data, I have taken into account the data from Friday to Thursday and not from Monday to Friday. So since Nifty and Bank Nifty weekly options expires on Thursday, I have taken the data from Friday to Thursday. So kindly make a note of this. Now after calculating all these values, I have used a filter to find out which one is a narrow one. And this narrow one has been filtered in this Excel in a different format. So if you see here, you can find few scripts and with the buy above and the sell below values. This is the daily CPR narrow range. Then when we come to weekly CPR, it is taking from the weekly data. These are the scripts which are coming into the weekly CPR. This is a monthly CPR. These are the few stocks coming in monthly CPR, and this is the yearly CPR. Now using this data, we can use the daily CPR for intraday trading, and we can use the weekly CPR, monthly CPR for option trading also. You can create a bull spread or a bear spread and trade using this data. Now if you come to the next column, here I have taken into account all the data, that is historical data of a script from daily, weekly, monthly and yearly. Here I have also calculated the percentage strength and the simple moving averages of EMA of all the stocks. So if you take into consideration on a single sheet, you get all the data that is available for trading. Here in the top, I have calculated the percentage strength of the stock, and I have calculated this is the percentage strength on a 5-day scale, 13-day, 20-day and a 50-day. So these are the percentage strength, and these are the band between where it is expected to move on a 5-day, 13-day, 20-day and 50-day. These all things come into one particular summary where we get a very clear idea about a particular stock. Now for this particular sheet, I have selected all the stocks of the NSE from 20 microns to, you can say, the last script here is side as well. Here, even I have taken the Nifty 50, Bank Nifty, Pharma, IT, and Auto sector also. So, if you want to find out the daily, monthly, weekly, or a yearly range, as well as if you want to see the Darvas box buy above and sell below values for 5 weeks, everything has been taken into consideration. Here you can find that EMA 15, EMA 20, EMA 25, EMA 30, EMA 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 100, and 200 days. So you can see that this particular Excel gives you the values of all the exponential moving average ranging from 50 to 200. So here also you get the Darvas box calculation, which calculates the weekly high and weekly low. And if a stock moves above the weekly high, you can go for a long, and if a stock goes below, starts trading below the weekly low, you can go for if short. So here all the data has been brought into one single sheet so that a client can take a decision based on this data. Here again, for intraday purpose, we have calculated the 4 resistances and four supports for intraday. Here you can see that for tomorrow, because we can take into consideration the high, low, and close of a stock. So if anyone wants to take a position at the fag end of the day, he can use this data, which will give us what would be the next day's pivot and next day's lower band and upper band, and the resistances and support. So taking into consideration these values, one can take a position at the fag end of the day also. So if you find out which are the stocks where you want to trade, this filter can be used. Here it will automatically take all the datas which are in the narrow CPR. So using this Excel, we can filter out the stocks and make a decision for tomorrow's trade. So you can add these scripts on tomorrow's market watch and check whether the script is trading above this or trading below this. The narrow CPR, it only indicates there will be a big movement. It will not indicate which side the market will move. So depending upon tomorrow's opening, we have to decide whether you have to go long or you have to go short. Similarly, when you are going for an option, you generally go for a 2-leg option or a 3-legged option, wherein you get your risk is very limited, but your reward is unlimited. If you want unlimited risk, rewards, you have to go for a 3-legged option instead of a 2-leg option. So this is how you can utilize this into a trading tool and can decide which stocks to be traded. So you can make a controlled decision in the previous evening itself to understand what will be the stocks for tomorrow. I am not a SEBI registered analyst, but I am trying to help fellow traders to understand how all the things can be taken into an Excel and can be compiled in an Excel to filter out the stocks which can be useful for trading. I hope you like this video and you can utilize this for your trading purpose. Thank you.